Hello everyone, Reginald Scott here. Welcome to the video. So you join me at Changi Airport in Singapore. It's actually a really nice airport. Been here a few times before, and it has some of the most impressive features of any airport I've ever been to, including giant waterfalls from the roof and fish ponds as well. I'm going to show you some over here. There's probably a koi carp pond. Yeah, like I say, an impressive place. So I've just done the first leg of my journey from Brunei to Singapore, and then the next one is Singapore to San Francisco, which should be interesting. It's about 16 hours or 15 and a bit hours flight. So a long flight. This is the most flying I've done in one sitting. 3 changes. So in San Francisco, then it's jumping on another aircraft and off to San Diego to cover the RAAM race. So it's the race across America. If you didn't know, that's why I'm here. They have free water fountains here. Interesting sort of facts about Singapore, actually. According to my Singaporean friend, all the water here is recycled. So, you know, not a drop is kind of wasted from their sewage system. And I've actually got some on me right now. I just filled my own bottle. This is the Singaporean water. It's fluoridated as well, so you know it's good. And so yeah, you know, recycled fluoridated water. Yum, good stuff. So yeah, off on my way to my gate now. And I just thought I'd drop in and sort of say hello to you guys and let you know what I'm doing. So I'll be joining Giovanni Prosperi on his race across America. And I'll be part of the team. There's going to be a convoy of 3 vehicles following him, basically, or not technically not all the time, but we've got 3 vehicles. And I'm head mechanic. There's no surprises there. Oh, another fish pond. These fish are like little highlighters. Hopefully you can see them there. Just, there we go. So, yeah, covering the race as, I've got sort of 3 roles, basically. I'm going to be team mechanic or head mechanic. There's another guy who's going to be helping me with mechanic work as well, but it shouldn't be more than a one-man job. And then I'm also a videographer, so I'll be trying to cover the race and give details on how the race is going. And the final thing is a driver, so I'll be doing some driving over there as well, which I'm not looking forward to because in America they do in fact drive on the wrong side of the road, as I've established in previous videos I've made. So that's going to be a little bit weird. I'm kind of concerned that I'll end up driving down the wrong side of the highway. Well, I will be driving down the wrong side of the highway, but not in that way. Here's another fish pond. They've also got a butterfly garden here, which is pretty nice, but we don't have time to look at that today, unfortunately. A lot of people, come to Singapore just to see the airport. It's impressive. Here we go. There's another fish pond. And this one, it's got like glass on the top of it, so you can actually stand on the glass and have a look at the fish. Let's go have a look. We've even got the sounds of the rainforest in the background. There's actually a really nice fish tank over here. Just a second, we'll go have a look at it. If you're interested, of course. It's just when I came in earlier, I spotted it. So I just had to nip off to the desk to change my seating arrangements on the plane because I'd been given a really awful seat. So, and I hadn't noticed until I was already on my first flight. So I decided to go change it. But there's one lovely fish tank over here. It's a small one, but there's some really interesting things in it, like horseshoe crabs, I think they are. And there's little cleaner shrimp. What are they called? We've got a name for them. They basically clean other fish. And there's some interesting mollusks and things inside. Got some mussels and things. Here's one of those shrimp. Got some sea anemones. There's another one. Some clownfish. Fascinating anemones. And look at this thing over here, the snail. Look at that. Type of prawn or shrimp. I don't actually know the difference between prawn and shrimp. Is it just different ways of saying the same thing? Oh wow, look at that shell there. There's a hermit crab just underneath those leaves over there. And earlier I did see some horseshoe crabs, which I now can't see. There's a mud skipper. Where's the horseshoe crabs gone? There was at least a couple of them. Anywho, there we are. It's like coming to the aquarium. There's so many fish tanks everywhere. Right, I'll continue to my gate now. This way. So, I think that's about it for now. I shall update you again when I reach San Francisco. All right, bye-bye. All right, folks, I'm in San Francisco now. It's like 1 in the morning, or it is roughly 1 in the morning, and I've got 7 hours before my next connecting flight to San Diego. Basically, absolutely nothing here is open right now. I've just had to wash myself in a public toilet and clean my teeth because I'd had 3 meals in the last sort of 18 hours and no way to clean my teeth. So this is the first opportunity I got, and my breath was probably smelling like the back end of a badger. So it was well worth the visit to the toilet. I didn't actually brush my teeth in the toilet. I brushed my teeth in the sink using free water that I got from one of these hydration stations they have here. This is all I've managed to get, by the way. I scrounged this cup from a closed cafe just down here because, like I say, everything's closed. I was planning to spend the night in one of the lounges here, but the lounges close at 12 o'clock. And I was also planning to get a shower here, but the showers close at 10 o'clock and they don't open again until early hours of the morning, in which time I'll be flying. So basically, yeah, I've been unable to get anything other than a chair by the window where my plane is and this plastic cup. So there you go. You've got to be thankful for the good things in life. So this is my time in San Francisco in a deserted airport with not even any fish tanks. And what can I say about the place? Well, I know nothing about San Francisco other than what I've learned from television. So I know San Francisco is very famous for The Rock, which was an excellent movie starring Nicolas Cage and Sean Connery.
You sure you're ready for this?
I'll do my best.
Your best? Losers always whine about their best.
Love that movie. And here's the water dispenser. I'm going to get some more to drink. And what else do I know about San Francisco? I know that song, Let's Go to San Francisco. Really good song, Mums and the Papas, I think it was. And that's about it, really. Oh, had a really bloody awful flight, to be honest with you. It was like nearly 16 hours on the plane. Here's my next plane. I'm going to be fairly quiet around here because I believe somebody's sleeping. Oh no, they've gone. I can be noisy. Yeah, there was a guy over there sleeping earlier, but he's gone. So I believe this is my next airplane off to San Diego. The flight in was pretty rubbish, to be honest with you. My friend Giovanni was telling me how great service is in America, but I'm guessing it only applies to restaurants because the service on the plane was abysmal. I was flying United Airways, and I think I've been spoiled over the last sort of 8 years flying in Asia, because like I fly Singapore Airways and I fly Brunei Royal Airways and or Royal Brunei Airways, and the service is incredible. Like everything is really, really top notch. Everything on this United flight was the chairs were awful. The chairs were like, if you've ever flown Ryanair, that's usually short haul, right? Cheap flights, Ryanair, you know, you pay £30 or something to fly somewhere. And so, you know, you expect cheap chairs that are very uncomfortable. These, I'm spending like 15, 16 hours in a chair, and these chairs were like just slightly better than a Ryanair chair, like just slightly better. The armrests were very narrow, rock hard. The chair was very poorly padded. My butt was killing me. My neck was killing me. And then, you know, the flight was pretty smooth. We had 2 guy pilots, which was a relief. I was panicking that I was going to get a female pilot. I know, totally sexist, but I know how my wife drives. I don't trust them.
So you remember that helicopter that crashed into that American Airlines jet in D.C.? Well, it turns out the pilot was a woman.
I know where this is going.
100% pilot error.
Oh no, Reginald Scott just got cancelled. So yeah, I mean the flight itself was pretty smooth. There was very little turbulence. There was only a little bit of turbulence, but it wasn't serious. I've been in much worse situations with turbulence where the entire aircraft has just almost dropped several hundred feet out of the air all of a sudden for no reason. But the flight, the chairs, like I say, were abysmal. The meals were very mediocre, like the food was not good. And again, on the Asian Airways kind of flights, the pillows are really nice, the blankets are nice and thick. On this flight, the pillow was made of paper. It kind of had like almost like one of those cheap bags for life that you can buy that's not really a bag for life, it's more like a bag for a weekend. It was made out of that material. It was not very well padded, so there wasn't much padding in the pillow to rest your neck on. It was very unpleasant. And the blanket that they gave me, the blanket was so thin, I could see through it at night. Like when I held it up to the light, I could see all the way through the blanket. There's no way you're seeing through a Brunei Royal Airways blanket. It's thick, you know, or a Singapore blanket. It's thick. And then the flight attendants were really passive aggressive.
Could I maybe get that headset, please?
Do not raise your voice to me, sir.
I wasn't raising my voice.
Okay, just calm down.
And very impolite. I was expecting mad politeness from Americans. I've always had this assumption that Americans are extremely polite people, and it just wasn't the case. Like for example, one lady was coming down telling people to put the seatbelts on. On AirAsia or Brunei or Singapore, they'll say, "Oh, could you put your seatbelt on, please?" Or "Excuse me, sir, put on your seatbelt, please." Please, thank you, that kind of thing. Here, this was just put on your seatbelt. Not even excuse me, not even like please. It was just put on your seatbelt. Okay, and that wasn't to me. That was to another lady who was sitting in front of me, and then They came through with the meals, right? Asking what meals we want. Usually they give you 2 choices.
Beef or cow?
I'm sorry, we've run out of cow. We only have beef.
Beef then. Beef or cow?
And the 2 choices was chicken or pasta. And to me, that wasn't a very good description of the meal. Like, again, I know I'm being like comparing with other airways in Asia, but in Asia, they will say to you, "Hello, sir, we have today a noodle stew or something, with chicken and prawns. It also contains ginger," and they'll describe it to you so you know exactly what it is, so you can choose, right? So you don't get any surprises. Well, this was just chicken or pasta, and I said, okay. I said to the lady, and I said nicely, I said, "Oh, could you describe to me what's in the chicken. And she was like, it's chicken with noodles. I was like, okay, great. And what's in the pasta? And she said it's like tomato and cheese. Now, to me, that would have been easy to say. But then when I said, oh, could I have the chicken, please? She grabbed the chicken, thrust it at me. And then as she was pushing the cart away, she actually said, I think the pasta looked better today, personally. As if to say, you made the wrong choice. Just like, okay, thank you, you know. I'm only paying like a couple of grand for this flight. I'm just shocked at the rudeness of it. But yeah, not impressed at all. And what else? Yeah, just stuff like that. Just like very unhelpful. Oh, on Air Asia flights, or Brunei, you know, flying in Asia, they constantly come to you with drinks and food, and they offer you constantly, would you like this? Would you like that? Would you like a warm face towel? Would you like a cup of apple juice? Would you like this, that, and the other, right? Nothing like that on the American airline. You didn't get anything. You weren't offered anything. You had to ask for absolutely everything, and everything was a problem.
Well, and all I want is a glass of water. You're a very difficult customer, madam.
Like, oh, we don't have that, or no, you can't have that, or you're gonna have your meal in a minute. Like on the Brunei Airways, I can literally say to them, can I have 10 Kit Kats, please? And they'll fricking go and get them for me. Like, I've never actually ordered 10 Kit Kats, but I've ordered like 2 or 3. And they've got no problem. They're like, we've got nuts as well. Would you like some nuts? You know, stuff like that, you know. Biscuits or crisps. Not nuts, probably, because they're not allowed to give nuts anymore. But you know what I mean. On this, it was like, when I asked the guy, I said, do you have any fruit? Because I fancied like an orange or something. And they were like, no, we don't have any fruit, but you're having your meal in a bit, so don't worry about it. I'm like, oh, okay. And also on the Singapore Airways and the Brunei Airways, if you go in toilets in the bathrooms on a long haul flight, they've got toothbrushes and combs and stuff, and like hand cream, so you can give yourself a little bit of a freshen up, bit of a wash. Not on the American one. Nothing, nada, zilch, zero. I even asked for chewing gum. I was like, come on, it's an American aircraft. They're bound to have chewing gum, because my mouth tasted really weird, you know, all that eating food and not brushing my teeth. And they were like, no, we don't have gum. So there you go. That was my experience. Hopefully it's better on the way back. That's all I can say. But anyway, that's enough of me complaining. I feel pretty positive right now. I probably shouldn't because of the time of night it is, but I'm going to finish my cup of water. I'm going to find a nice comfy chair over there, and I'm going to wait for my flight to San Diego. I'm looking forward to it, quite excited. So there you go, folks. Speak to you in a bit. Toodaloo. It's now 6 o'clock in the morning, and the place is livened up a bit now. Now there's a few more people here. I tried to get some sleep, but I didn't really manage it. It was far too cold. I was absolutely shivering. I've just had a hot chocolate from one of the coffee shops to warm me up. Can't believe how cold it is in this airport. I guess they really do like their aircon here. There's just been an announcement at my flight that they've oversold the flight by 5 seats, and they're refusing to fly the aircraft until 5 people give up their seats. And they're offering air miles or credits as an incentive to get people to give up their seat, which is absolutely useless to me. So I don't think I'll be giving up my seat, especially because I've been here since 12 o'clock at night waiting to get on this plane. So yeah, a fat chance I'm going to give up my seat. No way. How do you oversell seats on a plane? Surely you know how many seats you have on the plane, and when you reach that number of seats, you stop selling seats? I don't know how that... I've never heard of that happening before. Is this an American thing? Overselling seats on a plane? Anyway, one positive thing. A lot of people complain in media, you know, comedians and TV shows, always complaining about the TSA.
They are an elite force of anti-terrorist commandos. Oh, curse the brilliant TSA!
Well, I had my first TSA experience today. Yeah, it was today. And yeah, it wasn't that bad, to be honest with you. I refused to go through their big scanner machine. because I've had enough radiation this year. I had some chest x-rays done from my medical this year, so I didn't really want the additional irradiating. So I asked if I could get a pat down, and I got a pat down from a nice gay guy, obviously a local. And it was fine, to be honest with you. I like I say, lots of horror stories, but no, I didn't think they were any worse than any other security in any other country, to be honest with you. I mean, I've experienced security in the Middle East, North Africa, and Russia, and I can tell you they're all way worse than the TSA. So there you go. Mad props to the TSA. They're not as bad as they people make out. So there you are. Right, I'm going to swing around and walk to my plane. And with any luck, I'll get a seat on the plane. If I get kicked off, I will not be pleased. Bye. So here I am in San Diego. I've just taken a walk outside the airport. Just sort of poked my nose around and what's going on around here. Can't really see much. So basically I'm waiting for a bunch of other people to turn up. We've got 3 more of the team members coming at 3:22. They're touching down. So I just decided to come outside and get some air, get a little bit of vitamin D, because I've been trapped inside an airport for over a day. And it's just nice to get outside, even if it is by a road. And then I'm going to sort of head back in a bit and meet up with the rest of the team. But yeah, this is all I've seen of America so far. This is San Diego. Or just the airport, at least. I can see some hills or mountains there off in the background. Look quite nice. But at the moment, that's about it. All right. When something interesting happens, I shall let you know. Bye. Good morning, folks. That's the view out of the room in San Diego where I'm staying right now. We're in a rented accommodation, and the whole team is meeting here this morning for the first team meeting. I would say 50% of the team are Italians, and the rest are Americans. I actually managed to sleep in a real bed last night. Had food, had breakfast this morning, dinner last night, and I'm feeling a lot better. I had my very first American burger at a burger place just down the road, like proper restaurant, proper sit-in restaurant. And so yeah, no jet lag at the moment, which is great. I'm not suffering particularly. I am having, I think, some kind of allergic reaction, so maybe like hay fever or something like that, maybe to the local plants or trees, but not entirely sure. My throat's a bit sore, so I could be coming down with something, or I think it's possibly just hay fever. But there you go. Right, so team meeting this morning. After that's done, hopefully in the next video, I can show you something more interesting, maybe about the bikes and equipment that Giovanni is going to be using in this race. And I haven't even got my hands on the tools yet. I want to go check the tools as well, so make sure that we have everything. I did give a complete list of all the tools I needed before I came, and supposedly they got everything. So we'll check it out later. All right, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate this. Sorry this video wasn't very cycling related, but just thought it would be interesting for you to see my journey here, and I kind of just wanted to have a little bit of a record of this event because it's a big deal for me and it's a big deal for the channel as well. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching as always, and when you're out riding, please do stay safe, and I shall see you in the next video.